You know it go live with us, not knowing.
My name is Osada when you waking up to flowers. Bring the sunshine through as the ladies come to you. They have hot topics and interesting guests, making your Monday mornings the very best. It's Monday Morning Talks, we got the sauce. It's Monday Morning Talks, we walk the walk. It's Monday Morning Talks, this is Cesar here speaking loud and clear. It's Monday Morning Talks with Soso, Michelle Lachey, and Miss J. It's Monday Morning Talks, y'all.
Hey, good morning, and welcome to Monday Morning Talks. I am your girl Soso, and I am here with my ladies, Michelle Lachey and Miss J.
Hey guys.
Hey, y'all. Good morning. How are y'all?
Good.
Good
How are
morning,
you,
good
Sasa?
I am
morning.
good. I am good. How was y'all weekends?
What did I do this weekend? Look, I feel like you this week,
Look,
So.
I had to remember I was in the bathroom, like, remember what you did.
My mom finally moved down here this past
Oh,
weekend. Turn
okay.
up, turn up,
Hey,
turn up.
Mom.
Welcome home, Mama. Welcome home.
Exactly. I told her she's officially a Georgia peach now. Jaden went to his
Oh,
first homecoming dance, and
oh
I cried
yeah.
like a baby after I dropped him off. And I hung out with my girls, Dell and Keita, this weekend. We was lit on Saturday. While the kids was away, the parents played.
I think I saw that.
Hey.
I think I saw that.
We had club quarantine. We had, you know what, Shell? Next time we do it, I'm inviting you to come down. We a little far south, but you're definitely more than welcome to come. But we had karaoke. We was drinking. Dale had the little strobe light going. It was a good time. The kids was at
I love
homecoming, and the
karaoke.
moms turned up. So yeah.
Love.
I
Shell,
love
how was your
karaoke.
weekend?
It was cool. What did I do?
Um,
Well, one of my friends, her son was in the hospital, and because of COVID, only one parent
oh,
could go.
Oh man.
So, so she was home while her husband was with her son, and so we was just turning up, just doing anything to keep her mind off the fact that she couldn't be with her baby.
oh.
Um, so that was that. That felt like that took all weekend, but that was really just like Friday.
Man.
That no, because it was Thursday and Friday. That's what it was. Yeah. Other than that, Saturday, Sunday, nope. Didn't do anything Saturday, but worked. And Sunday I went to church. Praise them.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Hallelujah.
And I'm trying to
Tabernacle.
think. That's what I did. I went to church, and then I think that's it. I don't think did I go anywhere? No, I didn't do nothing. Okay. Oh, I went to go see Venom on Friday.
Oh, so it is out. My nephew said it wasn't out yet. I didn't
No,
know
it
that.
How
came
was
out.
it?
It was good actually. It was good.
Of
In the
course, it's
beginning, I ain't gonna
Marvel.
lie, I was like, but by the time it got like maybe a third way through, it started getting good, and the characters started like finding their flow. But yeah, it was good. It was good.
Cher, you gonna be our movie critic, our movie
I
guru,
know,
because you
Okay,
right?
gonna see all the movies.
we
Like
do, we do.
she
I was
stays in
mad
the
because I
movie
wanted to
theater.
see
Like
the
I haven't
Adams
been in the
Family,
movie
but my
theater in
baby
a
didn't want to
long
go.
time. Like since COVID hit, I have
Yeah.
not been to the theater.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you something. COVID made the movie so wonderful. Let me tell you, because
Because there wasn't a
nobody's
lot of
there.
people in there.
Nobody there.
Okay,
I
so
mean, now
I'm
they starting to come, and then now they starting to like stream the new releases,
mm-hmm.
less and less, because before it was like
Yeah.
every new release was being streamed just about.
Right.
So now they're streaming it. So the theaters are getting a little bit more crowded because when we went to Shang-Chi, you know what I'm talking about, the
Shang-Chi,
Legend of the Ten Rings.
Shishini.
Yeah.
What?
When
That
we went
thing.
to there, it was crowded. It was a decent little crowd. It was a decent little crowd in Venom too, but yeah, girl. Yeah. I would definitely be
um.
the movie critic.
So are they doing like social distancing, like every other seat or something like that?
They supposed to be,
But
but now
they're
since
not
it's getting
checking.
full, it's not really like
Mm.
no. But I try to pick. But what I try to do is when we pick our seats, I try to make sure it's in a row where people have already picked already,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like three seats next to them. So I pick
Mm-hmm.
my two, and then it's that one. And so most of the time, people ain't gonna really try to sit in the middle of
Right.
people they don't know. Back
Exactly.
in the day, yeah, back in the day, you gonna sit wherever you can sit.
Right.
But nowadays, it's like, no, we
Everybody
straight.
is
Mm-mm.
COVID restricted or still
So
they
yeah,
still worry.
Yeah, but even still, if you go the right day, the right time, it's really still really ain't hardly that many people. That it's so wonderful. You could just enjoy the show.
That part.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
She got that little Atlanta swing.
I know. I've been here too.
Look, sometimes I say stuff and I'll be like, I sound real Atlanta.
Hello, when I be like, man,
you don't even say the T, Atlanta.
I be like, man, sir, ain't shouty.
What else, y'all? Look, they don't even...
Everybody shouting.
Literally, everybody, literally is shouting. Out AT shop.
What your name is?
Welcome to the ATL shop. So what you do this weekend? Peace up, A-Town. Damn.
I remember. So
yeah. I'm so proud of you for that too.
I remember.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. So I know Friday. I don't remember what I did during the day, but I remember what I did when my daughter got out of school. I picked her up from school, and then we went to the mall because she got homecoming next week. So I'm gonna be in your place. I'm gonna be in your place.
Hey, there you go.
First homecoming. Yeah, so she got homecoming next week. So I picked her up. We was in the mall for hours. Like most of our day was in the mall. She already knew what dress she wanted because she was there a few weeks ago and she saw the dress or whatever. So she knew what dress she wanted. But then it was like we just went into other stores or whatever. And I'm kind of upset with that Aldo in the Orton Mall. It's so small, and they didn't really Aldo. And
I love Aldo.
That's my favorite store, but the one in Orton is small. And it's like they didn't have nothing that I didn't already have or I didn't already see. Like I was expecting, I was looking for shoes for my birthday dress. So that's another thing I had when I got my birthday dress. I put it on like a housewife. I'm like, oh, okay, I look like one of the housewives, look thick in this air.
Hey, come on, sir. Look, because Portia and Cynthia leaving, you might need to go apply for that vacant position.
Really?
I don't want to be Portia. I'll be Cynthia. Now Cynthia was too thirsty too.
Cynthia, she was cool when she first started, but then now she get a little.
I feel like them people ruined her.
Yeah, she get a little messy, but I love Cynthia. It's gonna be weird not seeing Cynthia on because I can see not kind of seeing Portia on sometimes, but now with Portia, Nene, and Cynthia off, like all the main, like now we just got Candy and Kenya. I don't want Sheree. I don't care for Sheree coming back. I don't care for Phaedra coming back because I didn't like them.
Well, Phaedra can't come back after what she said about Candy.
Yeah, that's true. And
what
Sheree,
talking about they had a sex dungeon in the house and they was trying to rape Portia.
And Portia, that's important. I'm surprised Portia was back because Candy.
Was
too.
Was
gonna beat Candy was gonna knock Portia. I
kill all of them because she's like, y'all messing up my name and my brand. Okay.
Candy a Taurus too, and so when Candy a Taurus, she has such a big heart. And like, but she, when she was crying because she was so mad, like
she was mad.
Made her so mad. But like, don't play with Candy. Like that's my. I love Candy because
I love Candy.
I want to be Candy. Like I'm inspired by her.
Hello.
With business.
Now she is business goals.
Yes,
for real.
So
she is the female Jay-Z. So
she's the real hustler.
I love the fact that she do whatever it is that she wants to do. Mm-hmm. And she never said in that category, be like, oh, well, you're a singer. You can't own no restaurant. Oh, you with this. You can't handle the bedroom line. And she's like, yeah, all right, watch this.
She do it all.
She would do the bedroom Candy tour again. That would be dope.
Yeah.
So I did. I was at the mall. And then Saturday I worked 9 to 5. And then I ended up, I think it was either Saturday or Friday. Which one was it? Where I went to my sister's house and we just, she bought a new Lexus truck. It's really nice. So I went to go see her.
A Lexus truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, them new Lexus trucks are nice.
Well, it's not the newer one, but it's a 19, so it's still new. But it's really nice.
It's still new.
That's her dream car. And so
it's new to her.
It's
new
to
to us.
Right. It's nice. It's really nice. And so I went over there, I hung out over there a little bit. And then that's when they recorded my little thingy. And then yesterday, I was going to go to church, but I was just so tired. So I couldn't really get up and my back was hurting really bad. So then, I watched the game, and then I went to my sister's, and yeah, we ended up playing this game. It's called Culture Tag. It's a real fun game.
Yes,
Like,
I love that game.
it's
We
just
played it
like
at
you gotta.
Space's house one night. Yes,
I'm
it's
actually gonna
fun.
buy it and bring it to New York so we can play it. It's like you gotta do all the abbreviated words. You know how they have like the little the hashtags with the little WYM or something like that. But you gotta like say what the words and the letters mean. So you gotta give little clues. And so if you give good clues, your team can win. So we played, girl. We played so many different rounds. We played like one round, but we never stopped. And so it was like we won like 40 to like day 23 or something like that. So, but
Yeah,
it's really
we played
fun.
it. We played it at Space's house. We had a game night, and I had never played it before, but he was like, "Yeah, let's get this game." Woo, woo." Girl, that game was fun, and we
It's
was
like a black people
killing
taboo.
it.
It's like a black
Yes,
people taboo.
that's exactly
Almost.
what it's like. I love taboo. See, I'm
I love
competitive. I'm a
taboo.
sore loser.
I'm
So
very
I was like, we
competitive.
coming cutthroat.
I'm very
I don't care.
competitive, and my mom and my sister are sore losers, and so they were like, like when they did something, if we did something, they call us on it or whatever, and then as soon as they did, and we catch them on it, they get mad, like, well, let's just keep, I'm like, oh, hold on, the rules got to apply to both sides now. Like
Right.
you said a word.
No, we trying to change it now because
you said a
losing.
word and an answer. Now, when I said a word and an answer, I caught myself and I was like, oh, I can't use that no more. They'll say a
Right.
word and an answer. They like, it's fine. It's not. Like I'm like, y'all get mad if y'all
You
get
can't
serious.
say the
like,
word at all.
y'all can't. It's hard to get into.
We should have a Monday morning talks game morning.
Do a
Let's
culture
do it.
game. We should do it. But
Let's
everybody
do
get
it.
it bad like the culture tag game.
Yep,
It's like
I'm with it.
$24 on Amazon. So like it's so cool though. So
I think Target has it too because that's where I had got it from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they're like it's like hotcakes flying off their shelves. So
yeah, so I'm gonna get it out.
Gotta get it.
Yeah, so we did that, and we was over there till probably like 11 something, maybe close to 12, and yeah. So then I had got up this early this morning because I mean y'all see background a little different or a little familiar. So anyway, I had to bring my daughter to school. We'll talk about that off camera. But I had to bring my daughter to school, and so yeah, so then we had to get up at like 5 o'clock this morning. So I'm a little tired, and I get the little bag under my eye, as y'all see. But yeah, so that was my weekend, I believe, what I can remember.
You did a good job, so I'm proud of you. You doing a good job. You doing a good job. You doing a good job.
Your daytime.
Look, my bad.
Yeah,
Facebook is a hater. They won't let me share. They won't let me share our stuff.
My Facebook is like not even pulling
Yeah,
up.
I was trying to do it too.
Yeah. But you know what's so weird about it? Like when I try to share stuff off the Monday morning, it shares into it says like I posted it. So we got a Monday Morning Talks group. I forgot about it because it's like when I create the page, it automatically create like a group page for us. And so when I'm sharing stuff now, it's like I'm sharing to the group page now. And then I have to share from the group page to my
You probably got to
homepage.
choose from the drop down. I think it'll have it where you can
from the drop down to let them know that it's you sharing it and not you not sharing it. Yeah, I keep getting this. Unable to load.
Okay, mine just said the same thing. You got AT&T?
Well, mine is not my Monday Morning Talks page isn't even pulling up. It's like just stuck on my.
It's something going on with Facebook right now.
Yeah,
it's gotta be because it's saying I ain't got no internet. I'm like, I know you a lot.
Yeah, it's
look, I just turned my phone on and off, and I'm like, I know my bill is paid, so don't play with me.
I just turned mine on and off too.
So it's Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think I shared it, but I can't see if I did or not. But I was trying to do it off my laptop, but that's been acting crazy all day. But we get into some hot topics right now. So we're gonna go into before we get into all the drama. We're gonna get into some of the best news.
Before we get into the West House, I'll do that again. All of the way.
Oh, drama. We're gonna get into some of the best news that we can even talk about, like some of the best thing that happened over the weekend, like the best thing that happened. We have to get into it with the Bears win. The Bears.
Let's go.
Lions.
Bear down.
Maggie did not want to get fired. I don't know.
He came with his A game.
It was like I was a proud mama with the Bears. I know, like I was reading on Twitter that Nick Foles was talking to Nagy. I guess in the locker room after the last game, Nagy had asked them like so for some advice of how can they be better. And I know Nick Foles on the sideline of the last game has said the offense had to get better. So he told Nagy in the locker room, like, hey, you know, the offense need to get better. You got to do something better with the offense. Like, we got to do something different. You know,
Offense wins games.
He was just going in on Nagy, like, hey, you know, the defense isn't strong enough to carry this team like that, like they used to. The offense has to get better. Something got to give. And so I guess Nagy took his advice because he was on the risk of losing his job. You know,
right.
And so they just. Man, I shared that one play on my story because like when they did that little run and he almost fumbled the ball and he passed it, but see he passed it wrong, so they didn't count. But
right, he passed it behind him.
It was so cold. I love Michelle's face right now, but
because Michelle's like, I don't know what's going on.
Right, let me say, I'm in my head like. You make me want to come through.
Quarterback the two.
I don't know what's going on. So
I was hoping you watched the game this week, yesterday, so that
we can't get it down here unless you got the NFL package. You don't get it. We get the Falcons with they losing asses,
like ABC or whatever it comes on NBC or wherever it comes.
Because they show the Falcons, they show the local team. They don't show all of the
local games.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not moving to Atlanta.
Well, you better get the NFL package, but I will say shout out to the Bears.
That costs a lot.
It does,
well,
but you can see every single game that's on.
But if you're a fan, it's not.
If you want it, you gonna pay for it.
We got it here, but we cutting down on.
Yeah, because that's y'all local team.
No, I'm saying we got the packet here.
Oh,
that's why it costs a lot. So we cut down on some of our cable. We cut down on some of the cable stuff, but but you get all the games on like ABC and NBC. Like you can watch Green Bay on the regular TV. You can watch all the games, the Eagles and everybody.
No, because I don't watch football, but this I do know only because I've been told. On Sunday, everybody plays, so you're gonna have overlapping games, and so your local teams are gonna be what's shown. Even if, like, let's say the Falcons was playing like later than the Bears, we still may not see the Bears game because it might be
it's not in our region.
Louisiana, somebody.
So we see y'all in Midwest games because it's in the Midwest. So we see
so we'll see all the Southeast games.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
see what I know.
Shout out Shell. Whoop whoop.
But
and shout out to my daddy because that's his team, the Lions, and I wish he was here because I would have been talking mad stuff to him yesterday, like bear down, and he would have been like, "Nah, it's the Lions." We would have been going back and forth with it. So shout out to Dad, but your team lost.
Pops, your team lost.
Sorry, Pops. We love you still.
We love you though. We love you a lot.
That's his team. He is a diehard Lions and Tigers fan. Okay.
You know, Lions was pretty good like last year and stuff, but like. Man, like Bears is like
they got a 0-4 record this year. I'm surprised.
So, Bears,
but that's because they lost Matt Stafford, who was their quarterback. So he's in, I think, LA somewhere now. He's somewhere on the West Coast now.
Somebody's real name was Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford. That was their quarterback for a very long time.
Yeah, so
look, I ain't know who he was until my daddy told me, but I know. Now I know.
I'm just glad Justin Fields was able to.
Shout out to Justin Fields.
Although he still don't get enough coverage that I believe he should get because there was some place where he should have got a little more coverage. I still think they need to work on the offense, defensive side, because they don't do a lot of.
They don't block.
They leave a lot open. And they don't do a lot of blocking.
They do a lot of empty pockets.
Yeah, so they really need to work on their defensive part of it because he don't get a lot of coverage. If he got more coverage, he would be so much better. But he did his thing, and I'm happy that he proved, from last week that hey, I'm gonna be here. So
don't play with him. He is not one of them. Okay.
He is not one of them.
All right,
shout out to the Bears.
Yes.
Go Bears.
Yes, go Bears. Hopefully we get it again. And so now we're gonna go into something a So we're gonna say RIP to State Trooper Gerald Mason, who they was reported that he was shot on the expressway on the Dan Ryan, but it turns out that it was actually a suicide.
Suicide.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that he shot himself, which was a gun. It was just one shot, and it was it was pretty sad. Oh, sorry, y'all. A black business, yeah, but.
Power to the people.
So yeah, so in the autopsy, it said he died of a gunshot wound to the head, and he was only 36 years old. This happened Friday. They had the Dan Ryan shut down for hours, like alone. I was so glad I didn't have to get on that expressway, but it was shut down for hours. He was a 11-year state veteran, and he shot. The shooting was like around like 2 o'clock. And so, yeah, because they reported it was like a state trooper was shot on the expressway.
Right.
That was the report. And so I'm like, dang, they shooting like that. I know they shoot on these expressways, but who shot this state trooper? And then I guess like a onlooker saw, that he was shot, and then that's when the police came and they died at the hospital, and he was pronounced dead at the hospital once they took him there. And so it's just sad. No, he didn't leave no, he didn't leave no note. And that's what we were saying, like, hopefully the backstory, it was like, they were saying like, that's why you really got to know, check on your people or whatever, know what's going on. And one of my students, we was talking about it at the school, and she was saying, well, maybe he was into something and somebody was going to reveal it, and he, saying that he probably would get caught up and go to jail. So he, and then, people saying like, maybe he was just so stressed out from the job or something happened, or maybe he had a mental illness. So we don't really know exactly. I'm hoping
it could be a combination of things.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get the backstory of what happened. But yeah, talk to people, like, for real. We just got off mental health awareness last month, and it's so important that you got somebody to talk to, because this is just sad. The cop that went and saw him, it was probably just devastating to him to see that he just killed himself. And it's not that many police suicides like that too much.
They said that an off-duty officer actually saw him or discovered him, I believe, and they radioed in to have other officers come up. But then also, it's been a lot of shootings on the expressway in Chicago. So the day before, Mayor Lightfoot had ordered for there to be more patrol, like a double increase of patrol on the expressway due to these shootings. Yeah. So they kind of thought that there was possibly a connection with that as well. So it's just unfortunate and it's sad. And honestly, it's getting to a point, a lot of these officers, like, if you really think about it, they've been essential workers since COVID has started. So they've been overworked, I'm sure underpaid. They're working long hours. Mental health, like you said, plays a big part in all of this. And they probably have no outlets. And I've been saying for a while, I feel like anybody who's in the public service, they need to receive some type of mental health services, simply because they experience so much that we could never even probably fathom. You know what I mean? Like they have to work through it. You can't have no emotion connected to it. My god sister, she's a officer here in Atlanta, and she works with children who are abused. And so she has to go out and do investigations. And she was like, it hurts me because I want to take every kid home with me, but I can't, because this is a part of my job. So, it's things like that. At the end of the day, when you take that badge off and that uniform off, you're still a human being at the end of the day.
Yeah. And even
so you still have feelings and emotions.
And, it's like
exactly.
So much they see, so much they go through. And I remember when I worked at the nursing home, I had a patient. He was a cop, and a retired cop. And he's always tell us about his stories and his time as a cop. And you can tell, like, it was some of the stories, some of the things that he saw and had to go through, like, it just, like, really, you can see, like, how his face just changed when he talked about certain things, and how it just, like, ate him up inside, and he would sometimes cry when he talked about certain things that he saw or had to go through. It's very damaging, to them mentally. That's why I hope everybody who's married to a cop, like, they can come home to some peace, because they have such a stressful time out there on the street that they need to be able to come home to some peace. So you wives, husbands who's married to cops, give them some peace at home, and tell them to shut up.
Put them to bed before they get home.
The police officer. My sister's husband is a police officer. And when she met him, he used to work for CHA. He was a CHA cop. And I remember it was like New Year's Eve, and they were just like shooting out. You know, back in the day, you know, they used to get crazy. Well, they still get crazy, but you know,
not
like,
as much as they did back then though. Like back then, it was worse. They got a little more
like.
now.
Yeah, they was legit. The police officers was hiding behind desks because that's how much they was shooting out there. Like, so, but now he works for like University Park and he's like a co-chief or something. So he got like the cushy job, you know what I'm saying? So I know that that's a little bit of a relief for my sister, but that's gotta be stressful to have someone in that field because, like you said, it's just going out there every day and then you never really know what's going on in people's mind. And even if you check on people, it's a whole lot of people sometimes they still keep it to themselves.
Yeah,
they will smile and tell you that everything is okay and they are dying on the inside. So
my friend, I have two friends. Well, you know, I used to date them, but we're friends now, and they're one in Chicago, one is Homewood. And every time, especially one in Chicago, every time that I would hear a Chicago cop got shot or killed, I would call or text him like, hey, you know, are you okay? Then he'll text back like, thanks for checking on me or whatever. And so now, no, he's in a little more, because he's almost about to retire in like a couple of years. But he's in a little more in an easier part. He's like, I'm not out there on the streets like that. He's like, I'm here. I think he deal with like the kids too and take them when he see them, he take them home or not to his home, but I think he deal with like juveniles or whatever. So it's a little more easier for him now too. And then, but my other one, he's a Homewood police officer. So it's a little, he used to serve warrants though. And that used to scare me, you know, having to go serve a warrant to somebody.
That's true.
So when I'll call him and he'd be like, yeah, he's like, let me call you back. I got to go, you know, serve this warrant or whatever. And I'm like, just, you know, text me when you finish so I can just know like you okay. Because it is scary out there and you don't know who house you're going into. You don't know who you're pulling over. You know, and even when it's two cops out there, look at the two cops that pulled them boys over and they both got shot.
Right. And they both got shot.
Yeah. So you put your life on the line every day and you don't know if you're going to make it home the next day. And that's sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
But our prayers go out to Gerald Mason's family and we, you know, hope we can report back on the story, the backstory of what happened. So to continue on with police officers, we're going to go into we're going to go into the Robbins police. They'll be real hood.
I'm sober
today,
too, y'all.
She been real hood today.
On the po-po.
So the Robbins police officers, a dozen of them, basically. What's going on with my phone?
I don't know why this is so funny to me. I'm so sorry, yo.
The Robbins Police Department. I know you like laugh when I told you about it. They a lot of them either quit. So a dozen of them called off work the weekend, and some of them quit. And some
Where is Robbins, Illinois? Real quick, sorry.
It's right next to Crestwood. It was. I used to live out there from kindergarten to 4th grade.
It's like this big.
Yeah, it's kindergarten to 4th grade.
It's like a mini ghetto.
It is. It's bad. You know, they're getting it better though. Honestly, they're getting it better. My one guy knows he's actually the alderman of Robbins. Moving out and it's like Harvey. It's only 5 people in the town. Actually, Robbins is better, getting better because you know they building houses. They have built some houses out there, some 2 flats out there. They shut down the They shut down, I think, the new projects or whatever. So they're getting better. Crazy.
Amen.
So anyway, they were, you know, they said they were fed up. They were fed up of the lack of resources, low pay, and safety concerns. So they had the
population is only 5,000 people.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's small, and it's not.
I told you it was this big.
It's small, and
that's what Dwayne Wade is from.
Yeah, Dwayne Wade. And
really?
Davis. Yeah, he's from Robbins.
Yep. He's from Robbins.
It's not it's kind of bad. They have a lot of crime in Robbins. I remember when I was.
It's the oldest majority Black suburb in Chicago.
Yeah, I remember when I was growing up in Robbins. It used to be really, really bad. Like before they built the new projects, they had the old projects, and we stayed across the street from the old projects. And then Yeah, it's
Go
we
from-
stayed right
how you
across
go
the street.
from old projects to new projects.
No, we stayed right across the street from the old
We
projects.
gonna tear down these projects and build some more.
No, they
projects.
still had the old and the new ones. No, they had old projects and new projects. That's what we call them because the old ones are still up. They didn't tear them down. Then they built a new set of projects. And then it was at one point where the people from the old projects and the new projects, like the gangbangers, they was into it. So if you got caught, even if you had nothing to do with it, coming out of the old projects, you get killed. If you got caught coming out the new projects, you get killed. So they had like to where it was a rival. It was like a gang rival from the old projects to new projects. And so they just shut down the new projects. The new projects aren't there anymore. But for a while it was. I mean, it used to be the trader courts. We actually lived in the trader court like half my 8th grade year. And like it was so bad over there. Like they used to find like bodies like in the abandoned trader courts. Like Robbins was really bad. And it's still kind of bad. The Manny's Blue Room, that's where that security guard got shot and he was trying to tackle down a boy, and the white Midlothian police officer shot and killed him and said he didn't know he was a police officer. Remember that? When the white cop from Midlothian shot and killed a security officer. I guess it was a guy there with a gun or whatever. The security guard tackled him down and he called the police. And the police came, Midlothian came out to help. And he had big security written on his back. And the officer gonna say he thought he was the offender, and he shot him and killed him. And with the whole security were on his back, the officer got paid time leave, but he's back on the force now.
That's crazy.
And they never said the officer's name or showed his face or nothing.
Of course
like
not.
And so yeah, Manny's Blue Room used to be it was cool to hang out. They had the pool and stuff, but then there was a lot of murders around there too. So like Robbins was. And it's better than what it was, but it's still some crime out there. And so that's why basically the police officers got fed up and they had to call the Cook County Sheriff out to like help with patrol and everything, because a dozen of them is a lot in that department.
Yeah, that is.
Pretty much
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right.
Of course.
So they had to call in police officers from other jurisdictions to help them out.
Yeah, and the Cook County Sheriff to help them out. That's almost what happened with Harvey. Harvey was like that. Harvey police department.
You can't pay me enough to go to Harvey no more.
Well, the feds took over Harvey Police Department. One, because the Harvey Police Department was so bogus because their mayor they had was bogus.
Not bogus. The whole city is corrupt. The mayor was corrupt. The police department is
corrupt, bogus, same thing.
And they've been corrupt for years. And that's the part. Like, it was corrupt when the white man was in there, but at least the white man was in there and he took care of it.
Yeah, Graves made
it was just corrupt.
Yeah, Graves at least stop some stuff. And but when Kellogg came in, yeah, it was all these crimes unsolved. They saw all these unsolved crimes and rapes, and then they had like. And even though he covered up murder or whatever, so so the feds had to take over Harvey Police Department for a while, and when a police department get raided more than once, the Harvey Police Department got raided several times, and so it's like it's very sad. Like how did
it's embarrassing?
Police officers? Yeah,
you can't trust the police.
You just as I am. How you got the nerve? That's why I said if I ever got pulled over by Harvey, I'm like, how you gonna pull me over? And you get raided.
Y'all need to be getting pulled over, right?
You getting raided. How you gonna pull me over?
That's what be tripping me out. People be like, where you from? I be like, I'm from Harvey. They be like, oh, that ain't nothing. That's the suburbs. Sir, have you been to Harvey? I'm sorry.
Hello.
Suburbs. Harvey is like the city, but like Harvey has, because Chicago is so big and different regions. Harvey was always rated the #1 crime city in Illinois. When we be like, how is that when Chicago is, got way more crime, but I guess because they go in regions or whatever. With Chicago, they go in parts, but they label Harvey as a whole, and it was always labeled the #1 crime city in Illinois.
I can't remember what club we went to, but me and my friends went to a club in Harvey. Whatever it used to look like a little house. Was it Adriana's right there off the expressway? It used to be like it looked like a little house off the expressway. I think so.
Off 147.
Yes,
but
it was right
Markham though. But it's Harvey Markham, Adriana's.
When you first get off the expressway, I don't know if it was Adriana's, but anyways, we had left our purses in the trunk.
That was how long ago?
Jaguar.
That was my spot.
That's
our spot.
Jaguar was was the
That
spot.
was our spot. We used to go there every
That's
Thursday,
exactly
Friday,
what it was.
Saturday.
We went and we put our purses in the trunk. Somebody must have been watching us. Do you know we came back and our purses was gone, but it showed no forced entry, nothing to the car.
Oh,
We
yeah,
tried
they
to flag
was
the police down. Do you know the police rode right past us? My friend, she called her boyfriend. She was like, "My golds, Mike, they're all gone." She was so mad. Her necklace, her bracelets, her rings, everything she had left in her purse. Because we was from the suburbs, even though we was from Evanston, we knew like you got to be careful with Harvey.
yeah.
You got to, girl,
See,
somebody broke into the car
this
and
is
stole our
what
purse.
people don't be getting. Like when people be like, "Oh, just put it up." First of all, you don't let people see what you're doing. And
Right.
And see, that's where we messed up at. We was young at 18, 17, 18 years old. They was sneaking me in the club.
But see, that's how you learn your lesson. I bet you ain't nobody gonna see you putting.
I sure will. Look, I'm taking my purse with me.
Inside of the car.
Exactly, and turn the lights out while we're doing it so nobody can see us. See, we was from Evanston, privileged Evanston. We didn't know any better.
Oh, you suburban
You
kids.
didn't know no better.
You a suburbanite too. Harvey is a suburb. Don't do that.
Little suburban kids. Have no street smarts.
None at all at the time, but I bet you I know some now. My daddy put me up on game. Don't play, okay?
Okay.
I bet you I won't do that ever again.
Yeah, Jaguar used to be our spot. Me, my sisters, and my cousins.
Jaguar.
We used to go
That's
every
exactly
Thursday,
what it
Friday, and
was.
Saturday. And then we stopped going on Thursdays. Thursday was ladies' night. But then it started to be lesbian night, it seemed like. So it was just a lot of too much lesbian activity. Whatever. So so we stopped going.
We finna mute you so.
For real. Like,
yeah, what is wrong with her?
And so it was like one time I was dancing. I was dancing with this dude. I used to be a lot of. So I think the owner thought we were like strippers or something. Because every time there was like a basketball player or a football player or somebody with money there, he would always bring us like up there where they was at. Or because we used to go there so much. Or whatever, and so he would always walk us up there to where they was at or whatever, and we hang out with them or whatever. So I was dancing with one. I think he was a basketball player. I forgot who he was. It was so long ago. And then I turn. I feel somebody like come behind me dancing. I turn around. It's like this stud and like this wife beater. And I was like, I said, hey, hold on now. He was like, don't be scared. I said, I'm not scared, but no, it's just respecting you. You know, so I said, I'm not scared. I just don't go that way. Like you gotta come to me and ask me. You know, so
that's true.
So yeah, this is a respect thing. It's not. I'm not scared of you. I'll kick it with you all day, but just respect me. So
respect my space.
Right. So we stopped going on Thursday. We would go every Friday and Saturday. We used to kick it. We used to be on the motorcycle with driving around. That used to be our spot for real. That was Jaguar. Was
Adriana's and Jaguar. Jaguar was the one that's on the other end. Yes,
it's right on the Jaguar. It's on 147 or something like that.
That's exactly where it was. And then we used to go to that McDonald's across the street. Yeah. The line used to be wrapped around the building. Baby, I was okay. All right. My mama would have killed us if she knew we was out there.
What's that? A storage facility over there now?
It's something over there now. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that Jaguar was our spot. We used to tailgate in the parking lot, basically, kind of like. But this dude, he had a car. And he had like his TVs turned on the outside of the car. And we used to be in the parking lot hanging out. Like, real, like we be parking lot Jaguar.
That's where the real party was after the club.
Oh yeah, man.
Just standing, everybody was standing outside.
Before we walked to the club, we would hang out in the parking lot, and then we go inside the club and kick it. But yeah, that was our spot. That was like our mama's no kids, no men time. Like the fathers used to babysit. Well, not babysit, but keep the kids, and then we go out. Or sometimes like when my cousin would keep our kids and we pay her. And while we go out, yeah, that was fun. I went to Adriana's once. I went to Adriana's 3 times in one day. Let me tell you. You know Brittany from Brittany from HP. You remember her?
Brittany. Yeah.
So we went. It was Valentine's Day, and that's I had just broke up. Me and my boyfriend broke up on Valentine's Day. So I hit her out like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "No." I'm like, "Let's go out." Girl, we went to Jaguar. She was like, no, we went to Adriana's. She was like, let's go to Adriana's. I've never been there before. I went to Adriana's one. We walk in and it was like, you know how you like, I don't know if you ever watched like Fresh Prince and when he in the club and how it just like people just scattered or whatever. And that's how I looked in Adriana's. And it was like stuff all over the floor. So I'm like, I want to be in here. So we left out. So then we ain't had nowhere else to go. She's like, let's just go back. So then we went back, and it was like people in the it was a girl and a guy arguing, and two girls arguing in the line. So I'm like, no, let's go, because we know how Adriana's is bad. So then we like, she's like, could I just give it one more time? So we went back in, and girl,
so you went back for a third time.
We met her. We didn't even go in. As we were going in, we see security guard just grab this dude by his body and just throw him out the club. And this is the dude that was arguing with the girl. So we was like,
oh my God.
like,
She really wanted to get up in there that night.
I was going to say so.
I was
the
like,
first
no.
2 times should have been your red flag to not come back.
So we went to
Adriana's used to be crunk.
I've been to Adriana 3 times in one day. And that was the only
I remember one time we went to Adriana's and it was so hot in there. We was like everybody was drenched in sweat. This one girl we knew from Evanston was there. She had a sweat towel, and it's so nasty now, but we all was taking that towel and wiping because we was drenched in sweat.
Yeah,
like they wasn't giving us no water. They talking about they was sold out of water. Then they wanted to charge us for cups of water. Baby,
are you serious?
I'm so serious. Adriana's used to be hot though.
It was
I only went one time, and that was to see Gary Owen and perform.
Oh well, yeah, the back of the banquet where they did the comedy shows, that was fine.
Yeah.
That was nice. I saw my
I was in there in the club.
Yeah, I saw.
And my friend heard.
In there.
I think her stepbrother was a security guard, and I wasn't old enough to get in, but all my friends was old enough, and then I was the driver, so they was like, "Come on, just let her in." So they checked her ID, and I snuck in behind her. Then he checked my friend behind me, like, "Look at God, y'all." Okay, Adriana used to be the spot. Okay, don't play.
I could not.
We was out here.
I could not, but yeah, they got a banquet. It's a banquet hall now, though, too. One of my students, her boyfriend mom, I don't know if she own it or she do. I know she do like events out of there. So it's they only have the banquet part open now, but they don't. The club they reopened the club before and then they shut it down again. It was just too bad, like too much crime that was happening over there.
Yeah,
just like the 50-yard line. And when every time, I don't care how many times you change the 50-yard line name. Queen of Diamonds,
the new 50,
Club Blue, the 50-yard line part 2. It was always a murder. It was
always
the name, and you're still in the same location.
Yeah.
And I used to live down the street from the new 50. I used to be in the new 50 all the time. I was just telling somebody. I said that's when I used to be able to go in the club. I wouldn't drink. I wasn't doing that. Sober as a day goes by and would just dance.
That would be the best. Yes, that'll be the best nights and turn ups.
Yeah.
Will you be sober?
Yeah. When I stopped drinking, I used to go out and
dancing and sweating. I remember this one time I was dancing. I don't know who this dude was. He was like, "Look at you, just sweat." Yes.
I couldn't stand it when I used to dance. I used to go to Jaguar and I would dance, and guys would try to come and dance behind me, and I would move, and they would call me stuck up. So like I was known as like the little stuck up girl on the dance floor. But I'm like, I don't need everybody. I don't want you dancing on me. Like one girl was dancing on me, and he got aroused something. I'm like, that made me just stop. Like I don't come in front of me and dance, so I can know if I want to dance with you.
Right. So right. That is the worst when you're dancing with a dude and you turn around and he's
right.
What are you doing? Get away from me.
Yeah.
I mean, my and dude was ugly, and he was like banging every girl, like.
That is the worst. Or I'll tell my friends, like, if I'm dancing, you know how your friends will hold you up, and I'll be like, if he ugly, pull me away, and they be and they'll start pulling me away. Yeah, don't do that.
They be like, come on, girl. We like, come on. Then I would start dancing.
And then we walk off.
Then we go in, we walk off. Yeah. And I couldn't stand when dudes felt like because they bought you a drink, you owe them a dance. And then you give them one day, they feel like you owe them about 2 or 3 dances. Like, dude, you bought me one drink. You want to dance, it's going to be 3 drinks, a drink per dance. Like, you don't get 2 dances off 1 drink. And I don't gotta dance with you because you bought me a drink. Like, I don't go offer. There was no ultimatum, like, or no agreement. If I buy you a drink, you gotta dance with me. So they felt like you was their possession now because they bought you 1 drink and now they had you for the rest of the night to dance with you. I'm like, no. Then my friends they weren't my friends. The people when we went out for when I worked at Value City, I went to this girl birthday party. They was using me to go get drinks. They're like,
well, see, that's how me and my friends are. When we go out, if one of us get a drink, like I might not have drank something, but if a dude bring me a drink, I ask my friends, "You want this? Pass it on off."
No, they would like they would pimp me for drinks.
I know that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
buy me drinks, and they be like, "Go Go get us a drink.
Exactly. You
I'm like,
supposed
y'all
to come
giving
on,
me
sis.
some
You gotta
drink.
take one for the team.
I took a lot for the team. Being it wasn't even my team.
But see, you
like
need to do it up front. I used to hang with this girl who I thought was my friend, and we would go out, and dudes loved her, and I'm like, I love hanging out with you because men just love you. And
They
then
flock to you.
since I'm
Right.
with her,
Pretty
she used
much.
to make them buy me drinks or she'd be like, they be like, oh, let me buy you a drink, and she'd be like, sure, what you want, Michelle?
Well, sis, since you asked.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
like, I wanna and then she'd be like, okay, give me a this and get her that. And they would do it.
And that's it.
And I remember this one dude offered to buy her something to eat. We was at the club. Let me get you something to drink. Let me get you something to eat. She's like, oh, I do want some chicken. You want some chicken, Michelle? Yeah, we want
Yep. We want
okay,
it.
so-
Look, let's
Give
speak
us some
French.
chicken.
I
We.
swear. I swear. That's the only thing I miss about her. Heifer.
Yeah,
It's
but these
the
girls
heifer
weren't even
for
my
me.
friends. They didn't even like me. They literally invited me to the party. So this was like, she was my very first number one hater. This one girl I worked with at Value City. She would literally go around and ask people, like when I changed my hair, she was like going around asking people like what was going on with me. And my friend came to me and was like, why is she coming up to you asking you what's going on with you or whatever? Like, well, why you changed your hair? I was like, what? I said, why don't she ask me? I'm standing right here. Why you literally going around
Asking
me?
everybody
Asking
else.
people. I'm like, I can't change my hair. Like, I change my hair all the time. Why is it so important? And I would walk past and I would see her staring at me. So she had a party and they kept asking me, was I going to her party? And I was like, I ain't like her. She don't like me. Like, why y'all want me to go to her party? So
Exactly.
I was like, okay. So they was like, asking me like, so I said, yeah, I go. So that's like, so Sophia, how you dance when you be going out? Like, how you, I'm like, why y'all so worried about how I am when I go out? So I told Tracy, my friend Tracy, I said, look, we finna go. I said, we finna go to the mall and we finna shut these bras down.
Down, period.
So we went and I was real small back then too. And I had like this shirt and it was like glittery and it had like my whole back out on the shirt or whatever, and these black pants. And so we went out and so then I'm dancing and everything. So they taking pictures. So then I was talking to this one guy at the job. And he come to me like, how come like they showing me all these pictures of you, like look at your girl, whatever. I see pictures of me. And so then one girl was like, I heard like you like didn't have no clothes on. It was like 20 degrees. I said 20 degrees, but I'm going to a club. What's one way to wear a sweatsuit? Like why are you hearing things about me? So I go to the photo department because they printed out all these pictures of me, of everybody supposedly. But I'm not the birthday girl. So I felt like a celebrity because they had 2 cameras. And in 2 cameras, majority of the film was me. Majority of the film was me dancing, me sitting, me doing whatever.
Because you was cute.
I said, oh, okay, well, I guess they thought I was going to get mad at this, but I feel like the celebrity, she going to have to take all these pictures home, and they all of me. Like the birthday girl and some of them. But most of them is not Sophia.
That ain't your fault. Look.
I wasn't mad at all. Right. Me and my friend KG, we took some of them. We blew one up of us. We was one of both of us, and we blew it up. And KG took it home, framed it. Like I was like, okay, we got all these pictures.
Oh well.
Like thank y'all haters. Thank you haters.
Speaking of haters, what about what's his name? Lil Fizz and Omarion.
Lil Fizz.
Yes. Pretty much, this is such a crop of BS. I feel like I don't know if he apologized personally and then wanted to do it publicly, but he apologized publicly at the Millennium Tour to Omarion, calling him saying I hurt my brother. Now he your brother, but you said y'all wasn't never friends, y'all were just bandmates. But now you apologizing because you ain't with April no more. She don't want you no more. And so now you want to publicly apologize, or you broke and you trying to get some more tours because you
that's what it's about. He want them tour checks.
Yeah. So I just feel like
I mean, shout out to Lil Fizz for making that apology as loud and publicly as the disrespect was. However, that is a line you do not cross, regardless if it's your friend, your bandmate, whatever. Y'all had business that y'all was handling together
for years.
You messed up your check, okay? Messing around with that man's ex-girlfriend and baby mama of 2 of his kids.
Right.
Then on top of that, like you said, so y'all all over Love and Hip Hop talking about, oh, you ain't messing with him like that, this, that, and third. the disrespect it went too far.
Mhm.
And I don't care if he did apologize, like, yeah, I'll forgive you, but I'm not gonna forget what you did. And Omarion's better than me because I feel like you can't even step stage on with me like that for real. Let alone perform. And he did let him and Raz B perform with him for a second on stage. They weren't supposed
to even be on the tour. Like, it was just him, and it was a Bow Wow and
exactly
Omarion or whatever. But what I was reading was too, they were saying, somebody was saying something like, I guess when they was younger and they was in a band, that they were being like sexually molested or something like that from their manager, and hopefully Marcus Houston as well. And so they was going to come out with it, and then Omarion basically ratted them out, and that's how Omarion, they ended up breaking up, and Omarion stayed, and he got bigger. Supposedly.
Well, kind of Raz B ratted Chris Stokes out when he was going on his little tangents on social media. He was the one that came out and was saying Chris Stokes was the one that was doing it, but Omarion stayed. And part of the reason why I think they had that division was because Omarion was in the forefront. He was the lead singer. He had branched off, started his own solo career. So all of that, I think, made all the other members upset. Now, the one member I was mad that wasn't there was J-Boog, because J-Boog used to be my favorite. But see, J-Boog, he done started his own business endeavors. He don't need B2K checks no more. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it helps him, but he done got his own business endeavors. He could care less about that. But Fizz and Raz B, they have nothing going for themselves. That's why Fizz is coming out kissing ass now, trying to apologize and trying to get them checks back.
Is he still in love and hip hop or something? But supposedly somebody
said ever since him and April broke up.
Supposedly somebody said that he's in some movies or something. I've never seen him in any movies. But if he was, probably a small part. What was it? That dance movie that they all was in?
You talking about you got served?
Either that or Step It Up or something.
On Twitter. When I was on Twitter and they was talking about it, and somebody was like, "Oh, he not broke. He got several things going on for him, and he's in a couple movies." And I'm like, I haven't seen him in any movies or heard of him in any movies.
Google is my friend. Hold on.
Yes.
Look, I was gonna say, I know when he was on Love and Hip Hop with April, he was trying to record stuff, like music and stuff, and come out as his own solo artist, and he was trying to get J-Boog to join him, and J-Boog was not going. Raz B was trying to keep it going. But you know, Omarion already got his own stuff going on, so Omarion don't need them. Omarion was on Love and Hip Hop for a minute, but he kind of dropped off after him and April broke up. So once Lil Fizz and April started dating and they was on the show and making that their storyline, Omarion didn't want no parts of that. Omarion don't need them.
He handled it so classy up in front of cameras. I don't know how he handled it, you know what I'm saying, off cameras, but he was real classy, and I commend him.
I commend him.
Ignorant. For not being ignorant and going as ignorant, because he got more to lose, you know, and he probably don't want to be ignorant on camera, and he got those 2 kids by her, you know, and so, see,
that's where he really draw the line. Like, you got to draw the line when they got kids involved and they're young.
The kids probably know you. You know
exactly. They know you as daddy's friend, and now you and now you sleeping in the bed with my mama. That's a little confusing.
Yeah, so
that's a lot confusing.
It's a whole lot of confusion.
I feel bad for those kids, be like the Maury kids when they sisters and be like, we
is they cousins,
cousins and brothers and sisters.
Cousins and siblings, cousins, brothers, cousins.
I think the
brothers.
I think the apology was basically to validate cousins and brothers. Wait, I missed it.
I said brothers. Brothers and cousins. Put it together.
Brothers. Okay.
And cousins.
That's disgusting.
Cousins.
That is disgusting.
It is.
Like, there's too much of that going on though too.
According to the Google, the showbiz cheat sheet, Lil Fizz is worth $2 million.
Let's Google Omarion's net worth.
That's gonna go real quick.
Okay.
$2 million can go real quick.
Girl, quick ain't even a word.
8 million. Omarion worth 8 million.
April to the stage.
Sorry, Little Fizz. Yeah. April, it's over with for you, sis. And then somebody I heard today on the radio,
even if he thought about wanting you back, he would never go back to you now.
But see, Omarion left her on the show, and that's the whole thing. So she felt like it was fair game, and I feel like that was kind of a low blow for her to do that. Like,
you don't smash the homies, man.
Come on now. Now he really don't want you back. You was deeply in love with this man, had him around y'all children. Like, I don't care how much of a paycheck y'all was getting from Mona. And Mona, I love your hustle, auntie. But that type of storyline, you went too far with that. And you should have never even allowed that on the show. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of stuff she shouldn't allow on the show.
It is.
Like, for real.
But that
Like,
storyline was one of them that she should have not allowed. I'm sorry. Like me
it was
personally, maybe because I'm a B2K fan or I was a B2K fan growing up, but I was just like, come on, Fizz. Like, I expect something like that from Raspy because he has erratic behavior and he does stuff like that. But Fizz, I never saw him doing something like that. But that, you know, people do whatever.
He
They
always
sell
just
themselves
seemed
for a couple of
when
dollars.
he was first on the show, he just seemed so much more calm and he
Exactly.
was cool and like everything. And then
I mean, he had a crazy baby mama, Moniece, but I like Moniece though. Moniece has her issues.
She got some issues, but yeah, I like Moniece.
Yeah.
But I just think his public apology was more so for people to accept him again. I don't think it was really for Mario. I think he might have apologized.
We don't trust you
in private, but I think he did that publicly so it can look he can look good in the public. Like,
well,
I effed up with my brother. Now he your brother. Like you just literally like how he your brother all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? I did something I shouldn't.
But you ain't fucking me like that though.
Right, exactly. Right. So I just think like his public apology was for himself.
But then again, too, you know, on the flip side of that, people say you publicly humiliate me, then you need to publicly apologize to me. Like you can't, because that happened to me. Something similar to that. This guy, he was like all on Facebook. He was roasting my homie, and then here I come, Captain Saver, and I'm like roasting him back. Like, hold on, who you talking to, shouty? You know? And so he started coming in on me too. And so at the end of the day, he came in my inbox and apologized because he was like, you ain't had nothing to do with it. I apologize to you. And then he was like, good looking out for your homie. You know what I'm saying? All of these complimentary things. But yeah, and still, like my friend was like, yeah, okay, that's all fine and dandy. He in the inbox apologizing, but you publicly humiliated me. You publicly put on your page on public posts calling me this and calling me that and saying this about me. And she was like, so you can't come in my inbox saying you sorry. If you could, you can call me a dog and on to everybody, you gonna say I'm sorry I called you a dog to everybody. So on the flip side of that, I can see why he did it publicly because he publicly made a fool out of himself. So you know what I'm saying? Like
heck no to in response to your text. So no ma'am, I don't want one, nor does he deserve to give me one. But Moniece, I feel Moniece when she was upset with April and Fizz because April, you sitting in my face kicking it with me, and I'm hearing it from everybody else around town that y'all dealing with each other. So you couldn't be woman enough to come and tell me.
Anyway.
Right.
I wasn't a fan of April anyway. So
honestly, April, you could tell it was more of an opportunity.
Honestly, I really didn't know exactly who she was until the story came out. I'm not even gonna lie. Like she was like a non-factor until the story came out. I mean, she was Fizz baby mom. I mean, she was Omarion's baby mom.
Marion baby mama.
Yeah, and so it was just like until this story came out, that's when she started popping or whatever. So like, who are you? April who? I still don't know her last name.
April Jones.
Thanks.
I still don't know your name, girl. But you're not a factor, girl.
We gotta move on to something a little. It's a little. Shell, I think Shell laughed at this too, which I don't know why she laughed. Oh no, not that one.
Oops. No, that Boosie. That's my homie, y'all.
Boosie said he had
BOOSIE
tour.
BADAZZ. That me. Wipe me down. Look, somebody needed to wipe him down on Friday. It's Shell for me.
Shell is being real.
Shell, you sure you sober right now?
Right.
Yeah. And this was actually.
Look, here goes Siri. I ain't even say Siri. I said Shell.
Yeah.
Look.
Look at that. Siri trying to get in my business.
Yes,
yeah, he's all up in it.
He's banned he was removed from tour dates following on-stage brawl. And so, how you gonna be removed from your own tour?
Yes, so he was here in Atlanta for the Legends of the Street tour, which also had 2 Chainz, Jeezy, Lil Kim, Rick Ross was supposed to perform after him. Fabulous, I think, was on the tour as well, but he was only on stage for 2 minutes, y'all, performing, and apparently somebody came from behind the DJ booth, started fighting somebody that was a part of his entourage on stage with him.
Mm.
Did y'all see the actual video?
No, I didn't.
No, I'm trying to. I don't know if it's
Ooh,
the whole
child.
internet as a whole. I can't pull up nothing today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what? We also heard, I remember when someone said that we was in retrograde, and I remember
we are in
I
retrograde.
remember when I was talking to Wiz and I was telling him, and he was like, well, we in retrograde. Great, and he was like, things are going to be moving a little slower for you, like you're going to be a little more fatigued, you're going to
anybody try to come back from your past, don't let them in.
And when he said that, it was honestly, I was at school and I was trying to do a project and the internet was just going so slow, and I was like, wow, that's true, because I can't log on to nothing on this internet.
I can.
Yeah.
Wait, don't talk to nobody from your past.
No, don't let them come back. Don't let them in your spaces. Yes.
Not right now.
You're supposed to let them go.
Not right now.
Exactly.
We'll
talk about that later. Anyways. Exactly.
Hey, Wiz.
Right, where you at, Wiz? Look, we can't even see if he's tuning in because Facebook not working.
Yeah,
so
right. Facebook ain't working. Ain't nothing.
I shared the post, right? And then
see, look, I'm trying to see the video.
You can't even. Yeah, you can't even view the post or whatever.
Well, Instagram and Facebook are connected, so that might be part of the issue too. But Boosie was like climbing, them big black boxes where they have all the equipment for concerts and stuff. Mm-hmm. He was climbing on top of their security, trying to pull him back. Apparently, he has caused a lot of damage to some of the equipment. So that's part of the reason why they have banned him for the rest of this tour.
Yeah.
And I mean, I really don't blame them because they had to shut the rest of the concert down after that. They had no more performers could perform after that. So a lot of people I saw tweeting saying they was mad at Rick Ross. They wanted their money back. That ain't had nothing to do with that man. He was supposed to perform after Boosie, but he can't perform if they stand out there fighting and all the equipment that got unplugged and damaged. That has nothing to do with that man.
Right.
So now, we love you, Boosie, but
I would have asked for a few dollars.
He said, I'm gonna quote some of what Boosie said as I'm reading it. It says,
this fool.
He updated his fans via video on Twitter. Greensboro, I'm on the way. Boosie announced. He said they say they ain't letting me perform on the tour tonight, but I'm at the after party. Yeah, B, we still getting it. We still at the after party. Thug like the N word. Then he said, might not let me perform in Baltimore either, but I'm gonna be in Baltimore. You got me effed up if you think I ain't in Baltimore. I mean that. I'm them Brits. You best believe that. So basically, he don't care. He gonna go.
He don't care.
He ignorant. And
he just gonna do his tour going to the after parties.
Boosie, and he is who he is, and I actually love that he's so outspoken and he's so got that I don't care mentality or whatever. So he also said that they trying to ban me for protecting my life. That tour need this legend. If not, I ain't tripping. I'm great. Next film is 10/17 to 10/20. But my Boosie fans don't play. They go want a refund.
The problem is, Boosie, it has to be there has to be some limits on your ignorance. Like he constantly just keeps going and going and going. And what he doesn't realize is that's going to actually end up tarnishing his brand more than anything else. Absolutely. I don't care if you're an independent artist. I don't care if you're signed to a record label. People are not going to want you representing their brand if you're out here acting like a damn banshee. Nobody's going to want to work with you. You're not going to get any partnerships. You're not going to get any endorsements. You're not going to get anything by acting like this. Like, I get it. That's your homeboy fighting, but that's what you got a security guard for. You should have never got involved in that fight. And it wasn't even his fight. It was his homeboy fighting. And he jumped in. I get it. You're supposed to have your homie back, but at the same time, this is your job. If you was working a regular 9 to 5 and your homeboy is fighting, you going to risk losing your job over him? And then my thing is, I'm sure if
my homeboy getting beat up, I might have to risk my job.
But he's literally in the middle of performing, and then he turns around and jumps in the fight. He got a big old security guard. Like Boosie's probably like 5'5". Yeah, he got a security guard that's like 6 foot 300-400 pounds standing next to him throughout the whole 2 minutes.
You can't take the streets. You can take the man from the streets. You can't take the streets off the man because I think he probably at that moment he was just like, I'm
He
back in the
choose violence
hood.
for everything.
Yeah.
He wake up
but
and choose violence
Yeah,
every
he
day.
need a
I mean,
publicist.
that's true. You can't take the you can't take the out of the hood, but you can take the, you know what I'm saying. You can take him out, but
Right.
you can't take the hood
You
out
got
of him.
oh your limit.
Right.
But at a certain point in time, like this is why I
When it
love
starts affecting your money.
Jeezy so much. Like, okay, you can be hood, you can still have that, but still be a businessman. Be about your money.
Exactly.
How you gonna grow?
Exactly.
You talk about this and your peoples and this and that. How you gonna support your family? How you gonna support your people?
You got
if
10
if you
kids.
can't make no more money because you acting ignorant.
They're gonna blackball him. They're gonna blackball him. He and then like the thing is like because he didn't do like a apology to his fans or the people at the concert because he ruined the concert. He was just like, I'm still coming. I'm still coming. I'm gonna be there. My kids gonna want a refund. It was never. I'm sorry, my bad. You know, like I ain't mean to ruin the.
That's what I'm saying. He's unapologetic for it.
Like they banned me because you know I'm protecting my life and this and that. Like you should have still put an apology in there somewhere. Maybe somebody gonna call him up. You know what I'm saying, and tell him, hey, you know, you need to apologize because you gonna need this tour, or you gonna need to do another tour. Unless you're doing tours by yourself, you know. And how many people just gonna come see Boosie without no frontliners or no other people with it? So yeah, Boosie, you need to.
The thing is, Boosie needs to get off his high horse. I like Boosie's music. Don't get me wrong. It was very influential during my late high school, early college years. However, Boosie, you have been in the headlines for a lot of the wrong things recently, and the more you continue to publicly humiliate yourself, the worse is going to hit your pockets. Like the whole Lil Nas X thing, I ain't even really mad about what he says about Lil Nas X. Everybody's entitled to their opinion when it comes to that.
Speaking of him,
however,
he said he want to go back to because
he said he want to go back to women, and then he turned back around and said, "Oh nope," he texts back. Never mind.
He was mad at his boyfriend. They broke
That's
up.
what it was.
Yeah. He was mad at his boyfriend. He was like, never mind.
You can't just be going back to women because you broke up with your boyfriend, Lil Nas X. You gotta like. I guess women.
Anywho,
whatever.
Moving right along, but like I even saw a video. Boosie lives down here in Georgia. He took his kids to what is it? Whatever the water park is at Six Flags down here in Georgia. And I guess something was going on and they wouldn't let him and his kids. And he gets online, start cussing the white lady out, calling her all kinds of names. Like it's just certain things. Once you become to a certain status, you have to let it go. It's never that serious. If you felt discriminated against, then you should have went and spoke to a manager and let them know, hey, I'm Little Boosie. I have this X, Y, and Z, celebrity status. Woo, 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 woo. You keep treating me like this. Now you could have got your whole entire trip for free. Plus, you could have got your season passes for free. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just different ways to hit people's pockets and hurt them than hurt yourself.
He don't have the right people leading.
Absolutely, he don't. He don't got the right PR team, nothing.
He just got his guys from the hood, you know what I'm saying, that he stuck with. And he's the leader of them.
He's yes man.
And
exactly.
He's the leader of them, but he don't have nobody saying, hey, come on, get it
shape
together.
it up.
This can't be you. Whatever. So he needs that influence. Maybe somebody probably did try, but he didn't listen.
I was just gonna say he might have, but he didn't
listen. And so because he seemed like a hothead.
Yeah. Oh, he ain't no scene.
He very much is.
He is a hothead. And so he probably like, well, I don't want to deal with you. I tried to tell you, you just have to learn on your own. So, Lil Boosie, get it together because we hate to see you go down. I love watching your Instagram videos and stuff like that. I love that you.
Well, he got banned. He kicked off of Instagram. He don't got Instagram no more. They kicked him off last week.
That's why I haven't been seeing him on Instagram. I thought. Okay,
why they kicked him off of Instagram?
He said they probably was gonna kick him off.
So I don't remember exactly why they kicked him off of Instagram, but he is kicked off of Instagram. He don't have it no more. Hold on.
I didn't hear about that.
I didn't see him because usually I scroll and I see his videos and I watch it, but I haven't.
I never go. Yeah, I don't look for him. If I see it, then I see it. But I don't look for it. Yeah, I never looked.
So it says Boosie thinks his Instagram got deleted again because he asked Drake to promote his movie. So he came out with a movie, I guess, pretty much talking about his life. It's supposed to be like a biopic or something like that. And so they're saying that he thinks that he said he thinks it got deleted because he asked Drake to promote it. I don't know how true that is, but
because he asked
why would he get his
movie? It ain't nothing about what he said in his videos. It's something else. So he's one that don't take.
So what he
brokers
said
for-
is, this is what he sent. He said, "Hey Drake, I need you to tell Canada to F with my biopic. Go F with my film. Go tell the 6 F with the film. I know you got power. Help me out, NIGGA. Tell Canada to check it out."
That's so. Why would them?
So why would they?
He really needs to go get some go to customer service school or something. I don't know. He needs to get
Customer service school, friend.
He definitely ain't making it in customer service.
Professionalism school or something. Like, you send me that message, I'm gonna look at that message like, dude, get out of here. You know, like.
And then he went to Twitter. He said, "My IG was taken for nothing again. They must have found out that I have a film that I'm promoting. Please continue to buy my film despite this movie to stop the success of my struggle. Y'all, all I got against these powerful people, but buy it twice to boost my first week numbers. Thanks." Boozy, nobody checking for you.
I saw the one documentary, the very first one. Richie had gave me that DVD that he had. And so it was, I mean, I expected more from it. It was just about him just hanging out in his hood in Baton Rouge. And like,
was that the one when he first came home?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
so.
I saw
and
that
it just
one
like
too.
yeah, it was. And he was just hanging out. It was like, where's the story? Like,
Yeah.
I was watching you just hanging out with your guys, and you know, it was like no storyline. So I don't think I would want to see another Boosie life story, because if it's all gonna be just you hanging out with your boys and, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs or whatever.
I can go kick it on the block with my homies and do that.
Right.
I don't need to see you do
Exactly. Like, I
that.
don't want to sit and watch that. I
You know,
spent watching that one.
some people aren't privy to the hood lifestyle. Okay, Miss J.
I mean, yeah, neither am I, but if I want to, I can. I mean, yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, Boozy, your life is not that interesting.
It really
I mean,
isn't. I mean,
not to me personally.
I'm still kind of just half leery on him after he started talking about what he did for his son. Now, I mean, and I know what it is, because, you know, I have a young man. Ms. J, you know what it is, because you have a young man.
Girl,
who you
listen.
are at the age of 12 and such. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't care. As much as my son wanted, I will never.
I would never.
Do
that was just too much. And I always keep forgetting.
That's
about
where we
that.
draw the line.
I always keep forgetting about that. That was just, and it wasn't right. And I wish some women would have went to jail, and he should have went to jail, because that's prostituting your kids.
I mean, low key it is. It really
prostituting
is.
your kid. You let that's sexual molestation.
Oh, absolutely.
Statutory rape that
Yep.
you put your son into.
And you allowed it to happen, and you paid for it. That's the thing
Exactly.
too. You paid for it.
Absolutely.
So you prostituted your own son.
Absolutely.
Your minor son. And he
Absolutely.
probably didn't even want it.
And even if he did want it, first of all,
how would he even know he to want it?
It still ain't no justification for it.
Right. And then that means let me tell you something, even if they did want it, like, that's one of the things that I've taught my son, like, from the minute I seen that he was like really interested in that. It's like, okay, yeah, I understand that the world makes it look like it's this, and that, but you're special. You need to treat. Not everybody deserves that, son.
Right.
You
Exactly.
don't just give this to any random person. And I know
told
this is
Jaden
what
the
the
same
world
thing.
makes it look like, but you're supposed to keep that to
And what if
yourself.
the women gave him an STD or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he would have called it STD?
Exactly.
You know, like, you put your son at risk.
Because these are women who do this for a living. They do this to make money. So they're not giving a two about who or what they're dealing with and what they're doing with them.
And then what if he would have been in an emotional state that he, you know what I'm saying, that he didn't know and could control? Like, what if he would have thought he fell in love with this woman? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can't put that type of something on no child. Like, that's
let him grow up and do it on his own when he's raised. So you basically took that away.
And let him experience that on his own.
He decided, okay, I feel this, but I still want to maybe wait till I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you got to say I broke my virginity at 12 years old. You know, like, what if you didn't give him that option?
I'll punch Jaden Daddy in his face if he did something like that. I don't care how much money you make. Don't do that.
No,
because my thing is, your virginity is a sacred thing. You're not just supposed to give it away. Right.
If I would have told my son and I found out he would be in jail, I would go find those ladies. They would be in jail. And I would make sure that he did a lot of time.
Exactly, because that's statutory rape at the end of the day.
Statutory rape, that's child molestation, that's prostitution.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Not at all.
A lot of things wrong with that
he don't even
situation.
realize he done put his kids in the Me Too movement. Like
Exactly.
That part.
you don't even, and you sit up here bragging about it and not realizing you might have messed them up for the rest of their lives.
Damage.
You know who talks about that a lot? Charlamagne the Guy. He talks about how I believe it was a neighbor of his molested him at a young age and forced him to have sex with her. And he was just saying how that really affected him for a very long time. And even still this day. Right. Even R. Kelly. He said, you know, a lot of his family members said that he was molested by a neighbor. And so, you know, things
R.
like
Kelly
that.
got something done.
Yeah.
Girl.
You could tell. Not justifying any of his behavior, but a man that has that many issues.
That's why I say he needs to he might need to be in a mental institution because jail is not going to help him. He needs to be somewhere where he's getting help because he should have got help before. He needs to be somewhere where he's going to get help because even if he get out, who say he's going to stop? He didn't stop after he got busted the first time.
But you know what? I will give him some pointers. He stopped going for the little ones and started hitting at the age mark.
He did.
He stopped going for the little and at least hitting 18. You know what I'm saying? That's so he was trying.
So he know right from wrong.
Huh?
So he knew no right from wrong.
Because we do know. I'm gonna be honest.
I think it's a little wavering of the
exactly. I think things are still a little fuzzy for him when it comes to certain things. Like he knows that he can't do little girls, but even still, the actions that you were inflicting on grown women, that was not okay. So it's like you know you can't do it with little girls, but so you go to grown women, that still don't justify it.
Right. Isn't that a state of Atlanta and some of the other southern things which I didn't agree with? That you could be 16 and consent. I don't agree. I never agree.
The state of Georgia.
Yeah, state of Georgia, state of Atlanta. What am I talking about?
I know what you mean. I mean, he was here in Atlanta. He had a mansion in Atlanta where he was holding women hostage.
Yeah,
in Gwinnett County.
You can consent. I still don't agree with that. That you know, 30. If you 16 and a 40-year-old come to you, it's okay. You can consent. A 16-year-old can say, "Yeah, I want to marry this 40-year-old."
Right.
You know,
I mean, to the flip side, I see both sides. Like, yeah, because I was a 16-year-old messing with dudes that was like dang near 30 and like. And would never lie about my age. No, I'm 16. I never lied about my age, and
they still do it.
It was an accidental with me. It was a guy. He lied about his age. He said when he was 19, and I was 16. And then I found out like after I think we used to talk on the phone a whole lot, like talking on the phone a lot. And then I saw him probably like 2 or 3 times or whatever. He took me out. And then I kind of found out my best friend told me, when she found out who he was, she told me, she said, that's my daddy friend. He's 30 something. And he got kids and a woman at home. Girl, I must have called this man and said, how old are you?
Not my daddy.
This is why I got trust issues now. Look, this is why I got trust issues now.
And then she was, he finally confessed to me how old he was. I said, why would you lie? I'm glad I never slept with this man. You know what I'm saying? Or he never, tried, nothing. I mean, he talked about it, but like, I wasn't going. But, like, I was like, why would you lie to me? I'm only 16. Why would you lie to me?
Why are you being weird to me? You got
a whole family and kids at home.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, so like, it's just crazy. So he knew my age, but he knew I wasn't going to date a 30-year-old. So he lied and said he was 19. Until my best friend told me, like, girl, that's he was like, I know him. That's my daddy friend.
That's messy.
That's your daddy's son.
Right. I was thinking that in my head when I said it. I just didn't say it out loud. I couldn't do it all day.
You your daddy's son.
But let's move on from Boosie and Kelly and all this other stuff. And we're going to talk about something that's really disgusting, period. Defacing the second time of George Floyd statue has been defaced in New York. It was like gray paint was thrown across the statue. This was on Sunday. And it was like 2 days later after it was set up in Union Square. And they tried, like, some people from the community tried to like clean it off, like on the way. But to deface him, like he did something wrong, like it was his doing, like he was a horrible person. And you deface his statue. It's so dumb, because what was the point of it? Why even touch it? You just want to do something. I don't understand. At first, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know it was great paint. I ain't gonna say what I thought it was at first when I saw the picture, and and I was it made me even more mad what I thought it was, and so
I'm done with you, Sophia.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Done.
And so I read it,
Done.
great paint. But I'm like, why are you gonna deface this man's statue? Like, what did he do to you? He wasn't like a
They're
public,
mad
he wasn't a
because
public leader or something where or what he was just a man, you know what I'm saying, that got murdered by the police officer, and you gonna deface him instead of, you know what I'm saying, going against the police officer.
exactly.
Just
And they have the actual video footage of the man who did it. It was 10:15 in the morning, so it's not like it was in the middle of the night.
idiots. You don't think they got cameras around that?
They definitely have cameras. They have the cameras of him walking up. They have the cameras of him actually throwing the paint on the statue, and they have a video footage of him walking away. So hopefully somebody will come forward and tell us who it is. The dude apparently was skateboarding or on a skateboard when he did it. So it's just, I don't know. It's just really disgusting that we continue to have these same conversations over and over in America, especially in 2021. Like you said, so George Floyd didn't do anything. George Floyd was trying to fight to save his life, and he ended up losing his life because Derek Chauvin thought it was okay to kneel on his neck for 9 minutes.
Exactly.
So whoever this jerk is, because I could say so many other words, I hope they catch you, and I hope when you get arrested, somebody in jail beats your behind, because it's disgusting. Why are you defacing this dead man's statue?
Exactly.
Go over there with that, be in the same cell as that cop, so then they can see both of y'all together.
And then I'm sure whoever the artist is, I'm sure he's feeling some type of way because he's taking his time to sculpt this by hand
again
and make this piece of artwork, and now you've just taken it upon yourself to mess it up. Like, come on now. I'm over America.
You got nothing else to do with your life but say, "Oh, let me go grab some paint. I'm gonna skateboard over there, and I'm just gonna throw the paint at him." I wish someone would splash back on him in his eyes.
Yeah, this is sad. This is really sad.
Charles, you gotta tell Boz. He gotta wait a minute. Hey, Boz. We know you there.
Well, we got 9 minutes. We got to wrap it up because Wale finna premiere his new video featuring J. Cole. Poke it out. Poke it out.
Oh, and then the J. Cole and 21 Savage concert. It's on October 7th. So 21 Savage did not get arrested, so he is doing the concert. Only thing is on the 7th.
They was here last week.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, no, they wasn't. But you're not here. You there. Okay, so yes. I'm like, wait, you scare me. But it's on the 7th, and I'm like, is it too late to get some tickets? I worked that night, maybe. Let's see. But they heard.
Well, J. Cole is doing his Dreamville Festival. I believe it's in February. I'm thinking about driving down because I think Wale is going to be there. You know, if Wale is there. No, it's in North Carolina.
Oh.
So yeah, no, I'm thinking about going if Wale gonna be there. Me and my friend might go. Wale.
But my friend told me that the tickets for the J. Cole concerts, he was like, even the bad seats were expensive or whatever. So I guess I'll miss this.
Yeah, J. Cole tickets are expensive.
Y'all know the last time
I just want to see him in concert.
Last concert.
J. Cole actually is a cool dude. He a cool dude.
I love that.
And he does a good job with his performances. Yeah, he's worth the money. I will say that. He'll give you the show that you're looking for.
Well, I'll see it on
Miss J, when you get famous, take me to the concerts with you, okay, honey?
We gotta talk after we get off of here. I gotta tell y'all. Nah, I got you, Shell. I got you, sis.
Please, okay.
Look, hopefully I'll be starting work. I get my next COVID shot. I get my second vaccine this upcoming Saturday. So hopefully I'll be starting work in the next week or so.
Okay.
So when I get these radio station comp tickets, I'll let you know, sis.
Please.
I got you.
Let me know.
I got you, sis.
I ain't had no comp.
You better come to Atlanta.
I used to mess with the producer, and oh my God, that was so long ago. And I remember he gave me tickets to the Big Jam, GCI.
Big Jam is, yes.
I always wanted to go to Big Jam.
Yeah.
They actually bringing the Big Jam back this year. They haven't announced who's going to be performing just yet, but they did announce that they're going to have it again this year. I don't know the date. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'm about to tell you in 2 seconds.
I hope it'd be more organized because before that was the only thing that was used to make.
Yeah, they
sense, 'cause
was.
it was too many people or something. You be like, okay, this
Yeah,
is $5.
and it's all over the place.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. Because I went the year because I was a big Bow Wow fan. It was Bow Wow, Jagged Edge, R. Kelly was headlining it. I can't remember who else, but yeah, I might come home for that.
I want to go.
And I can't even pull up Instagram because the Instagram ain't working, so I can't tell y'all the date. But they did announce that Big Jam is coming back to WGCI. So shout out to WGCI for working that out. Y'all better have. Hey, Bars.
Look, the level of disrespect. How you gonna get over here and say I just mess with a producer, knowing I'm right here? You see what I'm saying? See
That
what I
was
gotta deal
20
with?
years
Wait,
ago.
what happened? Wait,
Because
what
she
happened?
said she
I
used to
don't
talk
care.
to the
Like,
producer.
don't do
Ooh,
Okay,
give
that's
her another
okay,
kiss
so
so we know
next
it's
week-
real. Give her another kiss so we know it's real.
On that note,
Give
next
her another
week-
kiss, Bars.
On that note, next week we are going to get into
Look, hey,
domestic violence awareness.
Talk to the hand.
We're going
Talk to the
to,
hand. Talk to the hand.
We're
See,
going to
domestic
get into
violence
domestic
is
violence
what
awareness
you see
next
that?
week because
You see how
we
you got
always
his
running
hands
over
on
on
the
hot topics.
Talk to the hand.
So next week our whole show is going to be dedicated to domestic violence awareness. We're going to get into more topics of that.
Talk about domestic
All
violence.
right, so thank you
okay.
all for watching.
Bars is actually going to
Bars,
join us next week, aren't you, Bars?
Bars might
Yeah, you
join us
should.
next week. Who knows? Since he's in the
Talk about
camera
domestic
now, so you
violence.
can't say you camera shy anymore. But also, hopefully, we'll have a guest. I'm working on getting a couple guests in for.
And if you are interested in being a guest,
yeah,
Okay.
let us know.
if you are a survivor of domestic violence or
am.
breast cancer, cancer.
I am.
Breast
I
cancer
am
too.
a victim.
If you
I am
are
right.
if you
I am
are
a victim.
a victim of domestic violence,
Like
or
Loki,
know
for
someone
real.
who's a victim of domestic violence or a survivor of breast cancer, please hit us
This
up
is
on
it.
our Monday Morning
Yeah.
Talk Facebook page. Please
Yeah, you
like
should
and
come talk on Monday.
subscribe to our YouTube page. And but thank you all for watching and see you all.
Be for real.
next
He gonna
week.
make sure he come
See
back.
you all
Black
next
women
week.
matter. Power to the
Black
people.
women matters. Yes, always. Bye.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye, guys.
All right, y'all be good.
Crazy.
I'm trying to low key ignore my flute.
I ain't no Bars.
No,
You still live. So, oh no.
I know
We
it's like golden. It's not even coming. There
Oh
it is.
man, what if we can't end it?
It says summarize.
Bart said, "Don't be disrespecting his plight. He for real. He for real though. He seriously. He was.
Hold on.
I don't like the word victim.
Wait a minute, y'all. Because it's not.
We
like,
still
We'll let you stop because we
Facebook
stream
is-
it to
Facebook
Facebook, and
is,
Facebook is not working.
I
Facebook
know.
isn't working. Hold on.
So,
Look,
oh
you
God,
can't really see the scar. There's a scar right here on my arm where I got slashed. Yeah.
She cut you for
Yeah,
real.
she cut me.
What you do to her?
right?
Oh
What
my!
you do?
Oh my God!
Wait, we're still live, y'all. Hold on, we're still live.
Oh. What she do? Go off the lane to see if we was not live?
She did, but I think it's the Facebook server is not working.
It's
Yeah, so it's not. It's
So we all probably just gotta leave the studio. So did this
I'm
show
right
even
now.
record?
I have to leave.
All right. I don't know who's doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Shell, I'll call you when I'm leaving here. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Let me know how much
Yeah,
I
I'm
owe
gonna
you.
figure this out too.
Bye,
All
ladies.
right.
Love you guys.
Bye,
Love
love you guys
y'all.
too.
I gotta figure out how to leave on this iPad.
It ain't no leave button at the bottom like mine.
I don't even know. I don't see it. It's supposed to say like leave.
Can you see it? Just
No,
close the. Can you just close your the browser, and then maybe that'll do it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Bye, friends.
Bye.